Greetings, all you gallant gamers. Welcome back to another video. My name is Mango Crumble, and welcome back to another Roundtable podcast. It has been a while since the last Roundtable podcast. It has been months and months since the last one. I've kind of been penning this off a bit. I actually did record a Roundtable podcast, but then I kind of scrapped it and then just kind of chucked it away and thought that wasn't very good. But yeah, I definitely have some stuff to talk about today. I'll be talking about Squid Game, which everyone's been talking about, and I've managed to see the whole series by now, and yeah, you should check it out. I've watched since I did that Cowboy bebop video with the reaction to the intro, there was another video that they uploaded, which was the Cowboy Bebop lost session video or something. I didn't react to that on a video, but I just wanted to talk about that specific thing and my thoughts on it and the thoughts on what I've seen so far, and also kind of future videos as well, because I'm kind of stuck in a rut a little bit in that area, but I'll talk about it when I get to it. So, yeah, Squid Game, right, okay. Now, I watched this slightly later than most people. It reminded me a lot of the series that I watched before called Alice in Borderland, which was something I watched before. I actually talked about in the podcast I scrapped before, but yeah, and it was very similar to that, but yeah, it really is something else. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm gonna go straight into spoilers, so if you haven't watched it, I'll just say believe the hype. It is as good as people say it is, if not even better. Do not watch it with the English voice acting, please don't. It sounds weird, and because I had to match up their mouths, it sounds even more weird. So just watch it in Korean. The acting is brilliant. I really don't want to talk about the plot too much if you haven't seen it, because I don't really know too much about the plot already, so I just came into it kind of distracted myself from the rest of the memes and the kind of theory videos and stuff like that would come up, so I just tried to watch the series and then see that stuff later. But yeah, you should absolutely watch it. You should at least give the show a try. It is really good. Okay, so now let's get to the spoiler section. If you don't want to get spoiled, just click off now. Okay. The ending, right. So the ending, that they had the plot twist with player one turning out to be the basically the head of the games, which was quite I wouldn't say it was unexpected, but it was certainly shocking. The fact that you kind of felt sorry for him the whole time, but you realised that he was actually just manipulating everyone to being sorry for him, and like the whole point, because he is actually the player one, so I think his name is Ilnam. Yeah, so Ilnam, because he actually created the idea for the Squid Game, because he actually liked the idea of it, and he got really bored being rich or something. He's actually the first player to join, because he actually is the first player to choose, because that's actually before they hand out the like the little business cards that you get with the phone number on it. When you call it up, then you get sent to the site. But yeah, that was quite unexpected, and if you look back on it, you can kind of see how it kind of set it up. Like the thing with the way his neighborhood was in the marble game, that was, I think that actually might have been intentional, because that he could have actually designed that specific game to actually look like where his actual neighborhood was. growing up. And it was a bit weird because Jihoon, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but the main guy, he sort of recognised that neighbourhood too. He said he lived in a similar neighbourhood, so that might kind of bring up questions like maybe they're related or something, or like is the actual son of him? But to be honest, I don't think so, because there wasn't enough hinting to it. But the fact that Jihoon or Gihoon, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, was literally looking after this guy throughout the whole of the Squid Games, and he was like on his side. And the fact that he was actually the guy who made the game completely, and he was the guy who actually won it, was like shocking. That was absolutely shocking, and really, it was actually a good plot twist, unlike a lot of plot twists actually made sense. So enough talking about the Play 1 twist. Also, the whole plot with the whole detective thing in the background, because there was this, I can't remember his name, but the detective guy, he basically infiltrated the games as one of the staff, and that was like so exciting. Like, even though the games were exciting itself, it was just like a whole nother level. And the fact that it was kind of like the hope that there could be some kind of justice to the Squid Games, but in the end he just ended up getting killed off. But we don't really know in the end if they actually got those messages to the police, with the whole thing with him taking photos and stuff. Like, that was really intense. And yeah, also Jihoon as a character, I mean, he kind of started off as a bit kind of sad and slightly unlikable, in a way that he's just kind of, the way he kind of lives with his mum and he kind of treats her horribly, and the way, like, you kind of feel sorry for him, but you don't really like him. But later on, towards the end of the series, you kind of see him get more kind of bitter. Well, not bitter, but like kind of, he's always been the nice guy, but he kind of, by the end, especially at the scene in the end where I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry, but after she died, he was just completely done with it, and it was like in full intent on killing, what was his name? I'm really bad at remembering names, but the guy who basically killed her, and who was his friend from his childhood friend, he was literally full intent on killing him, but he didn't, because even then he still had the integrity to not kill him, and that just showed he wouldn't do that. He's not that kind of guy. He's always been a nice guy, but he's very kind of messed up by the whole Squid Game thing, and because he actually won it at the end. Obviously I talked about the ending a little bit with the Player 1 thing, but yeah, he, like, the bit where he dyed his hair, like, what was that? It seemed a little bit weird, but like, there was this analogy that someone said that was like kind of like how in the Matrix they had the blue pill and the red pill, and it was kind of like he kind of took like the red pill and dyed his hair red to show that he's kind of going against it, and maybe kind of infiltrating the Squid Game in the next one, because he sees the same dude who actually he played that game with, and he actually got him into the Squid Game. You see him, the same guy, playing it with another person, so like there's gonna be another Squid Games, and he literally tells this guy, he just rips this, well, he doesn't rip it, no, he takes away his that business card and just say, just don't do it, it's not worth it. And I feel like he's definitely a threat to the Squid Game, and he knows a lot, and yet I think, it's just such a good show. And the whole bit with Sae-byok, I think she's the character you root for the most up until the end, and just like, I think they just, all the characters have a really good dynamic with each other. None of them are perfect, but they're all very real people. They're like real people, but they're not real. Because they're very characterful, but they're very realistic, which is very well done writing. But yeah, absolutely, I love Squid Game. It really is a great show. And yeah, that's enough talk about Squid Game. Let's talk about the Cowboy Bebop Lost Session kind of trailer thing. Yeah, okay, so with the first intro video, I was a little bit more forgiving, because it didn't really give you that much away, compared to the newer video, and it seems, I didn't really like how the way the villains looked, and especially Vicious, my god, and Faye looked a bit weird, but I thought maybe they could do it right, because I'd actually seen them talking and going around and stuff, so, yeah, but, like, watching the new, trailer thing, and just seeing it all in that kind of action, oh, god, I don't really think it's going to be that good, to be honest with you. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't make a definitive opinion, but I don't really like the direction it's going in. I think, actually, John Cho's still proven to be really good as Spike, as he just doesn't seem like he's, like, overacting it that much. He just has his mannerisms, and just his way of talking. He just seems, he's got that kind of chill to him that Spike does, and I think that's really good casting there, and yeah, I don't really have much problems with that. But it's just Vicious, why did they make him British? It's like, what? He was supposed to be American. That's the same voice, the voice actor was American. And for some reason, they made him British, for some reason. It's like, are they trying to make it as like, inaccurate and just wrong to the character as they possibly can? It's like, what are you doing? And I think it's Faye, which is not as bad as Vicious, but I just feel like she just doesn't have that kind of charisma that Faye has. But yeah, I just don't. There's just not that there. I can't see it in her. And it's like, I'm not angry with the actors or anything, but it's just like, it's more so to do with the casting. And I haven't seen it yet, so I can't fully like get angry with what they're doing, but still, yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of what they're doing with it, to be honest, which is a shame, because I really like Cowboy Bebop. It's one of my favorite animes, and yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, so that's it on the Cowboy Bebop section. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about some of the future videos I'm going to be working on. As I have been doing before, I've made 2 AMV/GMV videos, which I think are definitely what I'm most proud of, like the videos that I've made. So I'm working on another AMV video. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but I'm just not really sure about it, if it's going to work. And I'm not, like, I'm just struggling to find ideas which fit well. And I kind of just, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of doubting myself, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing at the moment. That's probably why I'm just not uploading that many of those kind of videos at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, I think, it would be really nice if you would leave like a comment or something below of like, of any kind of ideas for videos I could do related to stuff I've been doing before. That would be really helpful, and just like topics I've talked about before, and like what I could make videos on, just ideas for videos, because I'm just kind of a bit dry there and don't really have anything I can have that much faith in. But yeah, so I think that's it really. If you enjoyed the video, you can like it. If you dislike the video, you can dislike it. you know, it's your opinion. You can choose whatever you want to. If you like my content and videos and stuff, you can subscribe if you want to. It's all up to you. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. I'll see you later.